Hello, everyone. We're back. Specialist in nothing. At you again. As
What up?
always, Danny, Joe with me.
Yo,
How we doing?
Uh,
Yo,
Tonight we're
yo.
continuing on the film genres, correct?
We are. We're gonna be
film
talking.
genres continued.
We're
We
gonna be
didn't,
talking about horror and thrillers.
Oh, my favorite movies.
This is the most exciting film genres, in my opinion. I love that
My
shit.
sister loves horror and thrillers too.
I got my sister into horror films.
See, me and my sister used to go to the movies and watch like horror movies all the time with my uncle Tom.
I
Like
wasn't
yelling
allowed
about
in.
like going to the movies and like stuff
Those are
back in the
rated
day.
R.
Oh.
Not for me.
My uncle Tom used to take me and my sister all the time to the movies. We saw like Friday the 13th and for Freddy
Good
Krueger's
shit.
and stuff like that. Oh, so good.
Those are my
Who
favorite.
doesn't get
Freddy
excited
vs.
for a good
Jason.
horror
We saw
movie?
Freddy vs. Jason in the theater.
Joe, you got a valid point. You know what it is? Some people actually don't
never-
like getting scared. They
Yeah,
don't
some
like
people
it.
don't like the fear.
I guess, but you don't walk into a horror movie thinking like, oh, this is gonna totally shit the bed. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you're ready to either be scared or to be like, wow, that's pretty fucking crazy.
Are you talking about like the message or the movie itself, or are you
The
talking about
movie
like
itself,
how it was
the
made? 'Cause
message.
I'm saying there's been like a lot of movies that sucked. I was like, and like you think it's gonna be a good horror movie, but then it's like, wow, this shit blows. You know,
true.
like
There has been
especially
a lot.
remakes. Like real quick, I love
Yeah.
Chucky, Child's Play. When I was a kid, that was one of my first horror movies. Actually, the
Remake
first
sucks.
horror movie I've ever seen was The Leprechaun with Jennifer Aniston, I think in 1991.
You know, that's actually a comedy movie.
Yes, it's a comedy horror.
I rewatched it recently,
Yeah.
and it's actually funny. It's under the comedy section in Netflix.
Yeah, so
I've actually
is
never
Scream, actually. Weird enough.
yeah,
Scream
yeah,
a
it
comedy?
is.
Well, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
because the scene at the end on the phone is my favorite when he's like, "My mom and dad are gonna be so mad at me." I love that scene.
Hit me
Oh
with
my
the
God.
phone, you dick.
Find her. You find her.
But so The Leprechaun was my first horror movie, and I was shit in the bed. My buddy Steve and we watched it. It was back in the house in Brooklyn. I might have been like 5 years old. I was petrified. And then to be cool, I watched Child's Play and I wet the bed on that shit because I had one of those little dolls when I was a kid, right? Like a play toy or whatever. And
Not
after
the
I
freaking
watched,
good guy
not that
doll.
it wasn't
Oh.
specifically a good guy doll. I would
Okay,
have
I was
never.
gonna say that'd be creepy because they sell
Oddly
them now,
enough,
you know
they
that,
do.
right?
They do
Buy
sell
good guy
Now they
dolls.
do. Yeah.
Like actual ones too, in the box,
It's
the big yellow
crazy.
box.
It's so I would never.
So we watched that, and Child's Play, it scared the shit out of me because I thought it could really happen. And I had the doll. So one day, in my old house in Brooklyn, I put it up on top of the closet. You know, like usually you have that shelf up top. I
Yeah.
put it on
How
top
old
of
are
the
you?
closet. I was maybe 5,
Oh, how do you
6
remember that?
tops. Yeah, bro, it scared the shit out of me for
All right,
life.
all right.
For life. That's trauma for
Traumatizing
me.
moments.
So I put it up top and I went to bed. And in the middle of the night, I fucking heard a loud thump. I didn't realize what it was. I didn't put no mind to it. I woke up, I looked around, I went back to bed. The next day I went to go put clothes on and I opened my door and somehow it fell forward and landed on its feet. It was standing there as I opened the door. I'm 5 years old. How tall am I? You know what I'm saying? And I got this fucking Chucky doll staring at me. Bro, when I tell you, I told my mother to throw that shit out the next day. The next day it was in the garbage.
That's funny.
Crazy.
See, now, I remember like when I was younger, like always going to the movies, like I said, my sister and my uncle, but we used to see like Jeepers Creepers. I remember seeing the 13th Ghost. That was one of my favorite
13th
ones.
13
Ghost
Ghosts.
is awesome.
That was such a
pretty
good
good.
movie when it came out. Such a good, scary, like made you jump so many
Yeah.
times. Like, you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? But like
The
a lot of
graphics
those-
were cool for that time too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it
the
was
ghost
just-
thing with like the cage around his face and so
Oh.
creepy.
Those are dope Halloween costumes. See, this is where I get my info. This is why Halloween is so important to me. I fucking love horror. I love
Oh,
Halloween.
Danny, you could pull off some good Halloween
He's had some
costumes
good
from a
ones
couple of
over the
those
past.
characters, man.
He's
Danny's
had some good
Halloween
ones over the
costume
past.
master.
The Michael
Those-
Jackson was a fail.
That was a fail.
But the other ones were really good.
I don't think
that
I've
just-
seen the Michael Jackson one, huh?
Don't
No,
want
he
to.
talked about it in one of the other episodes when he did the makeup and
Dressed
it was
up
too
like
dark.
blackface and it fucked me
Yeah,
up.
and
I
it was
got
too
I
dark.
almost got fired from the bar I was working at.
That was bad. But no, you had the
He
Beatles
chose to do the
did-
blackface Michael Jackson.
It was
Unbelievable.
Thriller, man. I didn't choose.
Okay, yeah, we got it, Danny.
The Beetlejuice was good though. That one was
Beetlejuice
really
was
good.
So
I'm trying to think of what other ones you've done over the
I
time.
did like Edward Scissorhands.
Oh,
I
he
was
did a
good
Twisted
right.
He did a
Scarecrow.
good Scarecrow.
I did a Joker. I really
Did a
like a
really
Mental-
good
you did do a
Terminator.
really good
He did the
jerk.
Terminator.
Oh, yeah, that was right too.
Terminator.
That
this
was
year,
dope,
yeah.
bro. He took
That's
those
right.
pictures, bro, with the sun behind you with the glasses.
It was
Danny,
fire.
send me a message. I'll be back. Because he was on his way to Florida.
is a neural processor. Yeah, so these are great ideas. Like serial killers, think about it on Halloween. Everyone dresses up on fucking Halloween as like I guess serial killers are characters from science fiction, horror films, shit like that. How fucking awesome was it when you see Michael Myers walking down the street and you're not shitting your pants? I'm shitting my pants. I'll tell you that shit right now.
No, I hear you. Dude, there's some of the TikToks that I see where people like do the Michael Myers thing and like they just stand on the street and then like running around and or like, you know, walking down the street or scaring people, whatever. I'm not gonna lie, if I saw someone in that costume, I would pass. Like, remember when the Staten Island around there was like the clowns that were around the train stations?
Yo.
They were dressed up in the costumes and everybody was talking about them and stuff. Not gonna lie, if I saw something like that,
Oh my god, the clown shit.
I'd be pretty scared. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, what are you crazy?
Such a weird time.
I like how during that time specifically when like it came. Okay, so what I was getting back to with Child's Play is like I'm not a big fan of the reboots. That's what I meant by like some horror movies can suck. Yes, you're excited to go into it and you're always like thrilled to be scared because you fucking love the adrenaline rush. But when it comes down to it, like Halloween, Poltergeist, Freddy Krueger, Jason, you kind of know what you're expecting. But the remakes that they made, they can either be hit or miss, you know, like the new Child's Play. The new Child's Play was horrible in my opinion.
Wait, are you talking about the cult
But they came out with the new no. They came out with the new one. It was Child's Play.
Oh,
Child's
okay. I
Play,
didn't
right.
know that.
But they remade Friday the 13th and the Nightmare on Elm Street. And I think the remakes were pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not usually a big fan.
I thought the It remakes were pretty good, to be honest.
See,
with
there
you.
you
The It
go.
remakes
There's
were
another
really
one.
good. The It remakes were really good. The Michael Myers remakes, because that's just been remade so many times. I've liked every Michael Myers remake. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like every time they've made Halloween or that,
I like
movie,
the Rob Zombie one's the best. Those two, great. If he came out with one more to top it off, then I'd be fire. I'd be like, don't touch that franchise ever again.
I like Rob Zombie horror movies in particular, like the Devil's Rejects. Oh my
House of
god,
a Thousand
such a-
Corpse.
Yes.
both of those were so good
Sick.
movies. Like, and those were again movies my sister turned me on to that like, just so great, so scary.
those are
Love it.
Three from Hell. That's the newest one, I think.
Yes,
I didn't
that was
see
the
it.
three that were from it. That was the blonde chick.
Yes, they're always
the
in it. That's his
clown.
wife.
Yeah, that.
He
Oh,
was in
really?
Michael Myers. Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
I didn't know that. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
them three again that were in it. Another great movie. Oh my god, so scary, so gory. Oh, so great.
Yo. Joe, what's your favorite scary movie?
My favorite
Ultimately.
scary movie? I don't know, man.
Number one, Ultimate.
Let me put it this way because there's so many out there. Who is your favorite fictional character in a horror movie? We'll go that way. Because
I always loved
Like
Freddy,
favorite
bro.
bad guy?
Honestly, oh my god,
Who?
big time. Freddy.
Because of the dreams.
Freddy. Okay.
Yeah, just the whole concept of that was fucking wild, dude. It was awesome. I loved it.
I love Freddy. I was a big fan of Jason. Scream was my shit, but I think overall, everything through and throughout, I'd have to go with Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
See,
don't know why. Something about
I
that
always-
creepy fucking
Stalker, fucking.
No.
I always enjoyed like the Michael Myers, like I said, series, and like I always thought they were like I don't want to say best movies, but like best made throughout as a whole. Like, you know what I mean? But especially Jamie Lee Curtis was, you know,
Yeah.
America's screamer for however long, so great. But if I had to say like, I don't know, most favorite, honestly, I feel like I actually like Norman Bates.
You like Psycho?
Yeah.
Did you like the whole Bates Motel series?
I didn't watch it.
Oh my god, what are you doing?
I didn't watch it. That's one. No, not saying I don't want to. I just haven't yet. I would definitely watch.
It's gonna take time, but dude, it is so good. They fucking nailed it. That kid who plays
honestly,
Norman Bates,
and it's just something I never thought of to watch. To be honest with you, but that movie when I was younger, like just that was probably one of the scariest things to me. Like, cause like ever going to
Psycho?
a hotel after that, and like you know what I mean. I don't know. It was just.
Who was going to a hotel after that? Nobody, bro.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like 'cause
Sales
after
dropped.
you watch that movie, like that's something that like I love movies. Like even out of like all the superhero movies, this and that, I always loved Iron Man because I always felt like it was the most realistic to happen. You know what I mean? Like that's the most like realistic. thing to
Billionaire,
make,
bro.
like,
You know how many billionaires there are, and no one's stepping up to that shit. All
billionaires
out right
make an iron suit that can
now.
fly.
Let's go.
But no,
Save
but
the economy.
yeah. So I just save the economy. He says with jet fuel. No, but honestly, I like, yeah, out of all of them, that was just the one that was like, that could happen the most. You know what I mean? I was just, that terrified me as a kid. So yeah, I have to say that was
I
one
can
that
see
stuck
that.
with me.
What
But
about you,
then,
Danny?
well, I mentioned before, I was a bit. If I had to say, probably Michael Myers. Yeah,
Oh, you said Michael Myers.
I did.
Shit.
So there's a similar movie that's classic. It's The Shining by Stanley Kubrick. Have you guys
Wait,
seen
with
it?
Jack Nicholson?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I was just saying, who
Of
hasn't seen The
course.
Shining? You said
Well,
it
there's people
like
who
that was
hasn't
like
seen The
a.
Shining, but you were confused for a second.
It's like the
so.
famous scene with him in the door. Freaking,
Here's Johnny.
are you
Yes.
kidding me? Like,
So that shit fucked me up because I rewatched it recently and I was like, this guy is so isolated that he gets mentally fucked up and he just goes into some crazy shit. But it's still, I can't wrap my head around it at the end when he looks at the picture and you see him again and it's like, oh shit, this motherfucker's been here the whole time. Crazy. There's another good one, Secret Window. Well, so now we're getting into some other shit, but
That's yes.
Secret
good.
Window with Johnny Depp. I
Is
like
that
these. Like,
considered a horror movie?
This is more of a psychological thriller, and I'm glad that
I feel like
kinda
that's a
fell into this
butterfly
one.
effect.
This is
type movie.
that's another great movie.
Butterfly. Was that a
movie.
thriller though?
I would think so. Absolutely.
All right. I was
Yeah.
fucking going through the
Yeah, I guess
the
it would've been
emotions
thriller.
during that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would definitely say that that's a thriller. So psych thrillers are my favorite. Okay. So I guess Frank, you want to tell us what a thriller is?
Sure.
Wikipedia
Okay.
on thrillers.
Frankopedia. Well, all right. So let's do horror and thrillers. So a horror movie wants to horrify.
Right on time, guys.
A horror movie wants to horrify. The focus scares in the general, like a big evil, is well determined. The audience wants to see the big evil basically lose their lives facing the inevitable. A thriller aims for the thrills. It's focused on like solving a mystery, a chase, something that generates suspense, tension, and thrills. A large percentage of the time, the big evil acts as like shadows or something like that in a thriller. The climax is usually to reveal the identity of the so-called big evil or his, her, their future plans.
Okay.
So basically like
for,
a phone booth or like something like that.
for
you know what I
thrillers,
mean?
you're saying.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
We'll come back to horrors again, but speaking of that,
Yeah. Horror is more like the killers.
right?
Thriller is more like
The anticipation of it, I would say,
yeah, like so like
or the mind fuck.
I'm trying to think of the movie that
That would be the message behind it.
Oh, the Along Came a Spider, something like that. Like Along Came a Spider is like a very big thriller. You know what I mean?
Why did you think so hard about that movie?
Because I love that movie, so I was trying to think of that in specific.
Don't tell me who's in that. Is
That's
that
like an
Samuel
out of the
Jackson?
blue movie.
Not
Yeah, so
Samuel-
random.
Oh, such a good movie though.
I've seen it, but it's such a long time. Was that? I have it. It's fucking over here, actually. Oh no, I'm thinking of Kiss the Girls. I'm thinking of Kiss the Girls,
How do
which
you
is
confuse
another
the two?
because the covers. No, the DVD covers look similar. But
Oh, all
actually,
right.
you know what? Kiss the Girls is a good one to talk about a little bit later because that reads into like serial killers and like fucking mystery and shit like that. Whereas like these thrillers, like
Along Came a Spider was Morgan Freeman, just by the way.
that's
You
the
said,
guy.
you
Yeah,
said
but
you
who's the
said
blonde
someone
chick that
else
was in it?
Monica Porter. I don't know. I'm looking at the
Totally
cast now.
different movie.
Yeah. No, but that was a great movie. It's a senator's daughter who's under Secret Service protection is kidnapped, and she's like in a private school, and
Oh, Rush Hour too.
kinda, but in a
that's Rush Hour
suspenseful
1.
way. And Morgan Freeman investigates the case and like recovering like her, but he loses his partner, and like there's a crazy twist at the end. It really
Well,
is.
that's a thriller.
Yeah, it was a
The
thriller.
thriller for me
It's a
is
drama thriller.
more like psychological and mystery. Like M. Night Shyamalan is a pretty solid thriller movie for me.
Well,
you know?
that's a psychological thriller. There's drama
Glass.
thrillers that are
I've
like
seen
you know
Glass.
more into like romance or like hit your emotions.
Well, like heart. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant hit your heart, not your emotions.
I was like, okay. Because then like there's all right. Have you guys seen? All right, back to a psych thriller. There's one of my favorite, I guess, directors. You would call him, Darren Aronofsky. Have you seen either Black Swan or Requiem for a Dream?
Black Swan is
He's done both of
genius.
those. And in those movies, he really gets you into being that character. And a lot of the work that he does with the angles or the cut scenes and shit like that makes you feel like you are that person. Have you guys seen Requiem for a Dream?
I haven't seen that one actually. I've seen Black Swan plenty of times though.
And Requiem for a Dream will fuck you up.
Real,
when you
huh?
said psychological thrillers, I think of like Sixth Sense.
That's talk about a twist.
That counts.
That was a good one.
That was a real good one. And then to top it off, like when you watch it for like the second or third time, you're picking shit up and you're like, oh damn.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I went back and watched that movie and like saw things that like that's definitely stuff where you didn't see things when you watched it the first time because there's so much going on.
There's a lot, and they give hints for specific things.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see when you watch it again. But
I'm looking at this now. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, I was saying I'm looking at this now because I never really like looked at like psych thrillers as like a category to look for movies, and the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix, is on there.
Dude, yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
That movie, Frank. We said to you last episode.
Dude, I did not watch it yet.
Okay, last episode we said, Frank, you gotta watch this movie, Frank.
I do want to watch it. I said I know it looks.
You want to know what's funny? I watched half of it just over this weekend.
Really?
Okay, yeah, I did when I was in
just to prove a point
Atlanta
that
in a hotel room. It was on. We watched it for like.
That was some good shit. That was a good one. Another one that kind of fucks me up as like for a psych thriller is the number 23. Have you guys seen that one?
Movie. Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Joe, really
Joe,
good,
you haven't
man.
seen that?
You'll enjoy it. You will.
I have like 5 of DVDs of this movie. Never watched it.
Oh, so good.
So the reason why I like these thrillers so much, even like, all right, so real quick, fucking Shutter Island, Vanilla Sky is really good. Those are another 2 crazy.
What was that?
ones.
Tom Cruise?
Vanilla Sky, yes. And then what the fuck was the other one? I just sort of not Shutter Island.
I don't like Shutter Island.
Unbreakable.
With Leo?
Unbreakable.
My boy
Unbreakable,
Leo.
Split, and Glass.
You didn't
that
like
3
Shutter Island, really?
No.
Split was one of my favorite psych thriller movies, honestly.
That's some shit. It really puts you into that
fucking
moment of the character, like the Joker or Shutter Island, where you're following this character. You're in so deep with it where you feel his emotions. And that's why I love thrillers, because it puts you in that suspenseful motherfucking situation. There's another good one I just recently watched.
Situation.
So let me ask you this now.
Check that out. It's on Netflix.
Let me get into like a more like moral question. So you would rather watch a thriller movie over a horror movie?
You know what? I would.
Like, would you'd rather be pulled in by the suspense and like the anxiety, so to speak, rather than like the fear of like being scared and like whatever?
Because I'm just like I'm a big horror guy, man.
Yeah, I'd rather get jumped. I like when I jump in a movie, like I'll get scared and then I'll be like,
I like that.
It makes me laugh, you know, like
that
would you consider that as like horror, or are you just like being scared for that moment? Because there's a lot of shit
horror,
scenes in horror
like
movies.
Horror,
well, this is what I'm asking you. Hold on. Is it more
like
so
the killing, the suspense?
Because
so then
that
characters, one of my
favorite.
Everything. I forgot to say that before when we were talking about horror movies. I'm sorry, I said Psycho, and it is, but Alien. I said that last week too. Alien is one of my favorite movies of all time because in the first one, the way it was shot, you didn't see it until the end of the movie. So it was all like glimpses and shadows and this and that. And the way it was shot with like the cinematography and everything, like it was all like just the way like creeping down the hallway and like the slow movements and like it was just so well done. The first Alien to me was amazing. I love
Prometheus. I told you
I
last episode.
I know.
Episode, I told you Prometheus. Gotta watch it.
But yeah, so that, and I love that movie because again, you jumped so many times. You were scared so, and like watching that in the theater, I could only imagine. Like I never saw it in theater, but like even watching it in your house in the dark, like bro, you're fucking scared. You know what I mean?
You know what fucked me up? The movie, The Hills Have Eyes.
That's another good
one. That
one.
Fucked me up.
I don't know it that well. I only saw it like once or twice, but
the remake is really good. Same thing with like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But I find that suspenseful or thrillers are more entertaining because with horror, it's a lot of either like, don't get me wrong, I fucking love horror movies. It's probably my second favorite, if not psychological thrillers being first. But with horror, it's a lot of like pop-up scary shit or like gruesome and gory or like, oh my God, I can't believe I'd be in that situation. What would I do? And you put yourself in it. A lot of the times, like a lot of the times, for the most part with horror, I find the situation to be unrealistic. Whereas with thrillers, people have these mental disorders, and you could be on a Shutter Island, or you could be in Joker, or Unbreakable, or the fucking Donnie
On a boat with a
Darko,
shark.
shit like that. Yeah, that
Right.
happens. But you fucking shoot the shark 6
No, I
times.
just said that because I said
No.
Jaws.
I know, that's why. But or like Child's Play. There's no fucking dollars gonna come alive. I have a better chance of seeing aliens.
I mean,
I don't know, Danny.
I
What
mean,
do
wait,
you mean,
wait,
bro?
you
I
don't believe in
know.
like voodoo magic and stuff like
Yes,
that?
that's totally different. That's
Okay,
like
so you're
Salem
not
witch
sa-
trials and
we're
shit.
not
But I'm
talking
saying,
about
so you don't
this.
believe in
Oh, you
like
wanna put
being
that
able
pause
to
on that?
put your soul into like something else like that. I'm not saying literally a doll, but like you know what I mean. I don't know.
I'm sure
I
there are.
definitely
Like
believe Child's
Annabelle.
Play is
Like
possible.
Annabelle. Are you talking like
Yeah.
Annabelle and shit like that? Like those horror movies?
Bro, have
I'm
you
not
never
saying-
watched Goosebumps?
listen,
There's
I'm just
a
saying, like,
book
Grew up
it doesn't
on
even
called
have to say that the
Mummy,
doll is gonna
or
get up and
the-
pick up a knife or something like that, but it can contain some type of evil, like I don't know. I believe in that. I totally believe in that.
look, I'm not saying that's not a possibility, but I'm
I
just
can't believe
saying.
this is the first thing that me and Joe
Well-
believe in that Danny doesn't. We found something.
Well, what I'm really getting at is like, there's no Jason walking around. There's no Freddy Krueger
Okay,
walking
yeah.
around. There's no
No
Hellraiser or
unkillable
Leatherface.
killer or something like that.
Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? None of these characters that are being portrayed as some otherworldly shit. Yes, I do believe in voodoo. That's different. That's different than fucking Freddy Krueger killing people in their dreams.
Well, I'm just saying that's what he did in that movie. It was like a
No, you're
voodoo
right. I
spell
know.
that
I've
he
seen it
like
very well. But what I'm
But-
getting at is that's not a realistic thing for me to actually be scared about. I'd rather be scared in a psychological thriller. That's me personally. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I was
Well,
trying to
it's
say.
actually funny because one of my friends, like when I first started working at Amazon, I was like sending a couple of videos like what the warehouse looked like, and he said to me, he was like, "Yo, it kind of looks like the warehouse like from the Good Guy dolls with like Chucky. Like it's kind of scary."
Quit
then when
your
the
job,
fire-
homie.
When the fire happened and like all the lights went out, it was just like the emergency lights, and everybody had to leave. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little scary walking out of the warehouse in the dark past all the conveyor belts. Like it was a little like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
this is dark in here.
That shit fucks you up.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's me. But like, do you think you'd be able? All right, so let's put you in a situation. Let's get back to horror for a second.
Okay.
Let's say we are. What's up, Joe? You laughing at something?
No, keep going, keep going, keep going.
I was waiting for him to say like there's a serial killer on the loose or there's some kind of killer like Jason on the loose. What are you doing?
Exactly
Run,
what-
bitch, run!
That's what I'm
Nah,
saying.
man. Every time I go to say something, you change topic so quick.
Say
I can't
something.
get my-
Oh,
no, I don't want to
something.
say it no more. No.
Joe, oh, you're gonna be
Yeah,
stubborn?
go back to it. What do you mean?
I don't want to talk
Damn.
about it.
We can go back and forth.
Come on, we want to hear it, Joe.
Nope. Nothing, man. I wanted to talk about the Netflix like series that have been coming out.
Nah, I don't want to talk about that. I don't
Well,
want to talk about
those are probably scarier than any of the scary movies that have been recently coming out.
What do you mean? Like what?
What's coming out? Because I haven't
The
seen-
Haunting on Hill House. You guys ever watched that
I've
series?
seen that. That shit was freaky. That was really good. I liked it.
Fucking scary, bro.
That
And
was a
then
good one.
what was the other one? The Haunting of Bly Manor.
I didn't see
Shit
Blind
was-
Manor.
shit
Oh
was
wait, The
good,
Haunting
bro.
of Hill House. I think
Those
I
are
did see that one.
scary, man. Scarier than most scary movies that I've been seeing.
So-
recently.
Yeah,
Another
that was the one that had the.
Joe. Go ahead,
Oh,
Frank.
dude. No, I'm trying. I was just remembering like what it was. We did watch that actually.
Joe, I'm glad that you
wasn't
brought this up
impressed with
because-
it though.
I wanted to ask you guys a question. Now, between horrors and thrillers and serial killers and like characters and shit from movies, what do you think is a legit? Do you think a house can do that? Do you think there's
Do I
enough energy in a
think-
house? Like, check it out. the
Amityville Horror.
I'm gonna give you. I was just gonna say Amityville Horror, The Poltergeist, and Bly Manor, or I'm sorry, Haunting of Hill House.
I
Do you
believe
think
so.
that has? Go ahead.
The Poltergeist? I don't know. I guess it's kind of the same fucking thing, but I always feel like the Poltergeist is like the most relatable thing. Like that's something that could happen. I always get nervous from that movie.
Yeah.
Like anytime I see my TV
Right.
static, I'm like fucking into the next room.
Well, you
See
never had
later.
a door automatically close in your house, and you're like, "What the fuck?" Or like
Yeah,
something
man.
falls,
What
or
the
like-
fuck?
Like, I'm just like, "What? Oh shit! Run out in the house! Go!" Hell yeah.
I feel like I don't know, like houses like that. When the house is telling you to do shit, that's when I'm more intrigued in a horror movie. You know, if I'm sitting there watching Candyman, that's another story. Candyman was really good, actually,
Yeah, but see, Amityville Horror was a horror movie. That wasn't a
but
thriller.
it was based on real life. That's why it
Oh,
fucks
okay.
me up. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel me, dog? You feel me, bro?
I feels you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Hell yes. So shit like that really freaks me out. Opposed, like I said, to Jason and whatever. So all right, let me ask you guys questions now. based on past horror movies, right? Who do you prefer? You like Jason or Freddy?
Excuse me. Wait, who?
Jason.
Frayson.
He prefers Frayson.
I prefer Frayson.
Did you call me like a waitress?
Freddy or Jason?
Yes, Freddy or Jason.
Oh, Freddy.
All right,
Really?
Frank.
I would say Jason all day.
Yeah.
All right.
Bro, even in Freddy vs. Jason, I was
Red Bull.
so rooting for Jason because Freddy is a big mouth. He
Please.
just, and it's funny because normally I love like Conor McGregor. I'm a huge fan because big mouth. Like I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I didn't like Freddy because I felt like, especially in that movie,
Thank
it was like such a big mouth. Or like where like Jason was just like he didn't
Jason
say a
doesn't
fucking
talk
word. That's
ever.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, he
He
doesn't
didn't
say no
say
words.
anything. He didn't have to because he was so scary.
Frank,
just
Jason
by, like,
never talks in any
That,
of his movies.
I know that's my point. He didn't have to. He was just so scary.
Same
Enough
But
thing
he
with Michael
can't.
Myers, though.
But
Same
he
thing with Michael
can't talk.
Myers.
It's not like he didn't have to. He can't. I'm sure he would have said something to Freddy if
Why
he could
can't
have.
he?
Well, why can't he? Yeah.
Because
Jason could talk. You didn't see the newer one when he was in like the mental institution and he was there as a
Okay,
kid. and
what,
then
when he
broke
was
out and got his
younger?
mask back
Yeah,
and- oh, no,
okay,
that was Michael
right.
Myers. I'm sorry, that was Michael Myers.
Yeah, you're on a totally different movie, bro. He
Yeah.
drowned. He rises from. He can't
Yeah,
talk.
yeah,
He's
you're
always
right.
filled with water.
Yeah. You're
Go to
right.
any of his movies. You don't talk ever.
You're
All right, so are you choosing Jason? You choosing Freddy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Freddy on
You're
that one.
still gonna go with Jason even after I just told you can't even talk.
Yeah, I was always more scared of Jason
The
than I was
dude's
of
a
Freddy.
walking water bottle, bro.
Freddy's in your dreams. He's not even real. You're just pretending like he's there. He's not even like, Jason's gonna fucking come when I'm in the cabin camping with you guys. That's why I never go.
All right. Ready? Here we go. Annabelle or Chucky?
Fucking Annabelle freaks me the fuck out.
I'm with
bro.
Chucky on that one.
See, honestly though, I never really saw Annabelle, but Chucky just always
Oh,
like
just a picture of Annabelle. Like you just show me the cover of that movie, and I'm like,
true, it is scary. But I see Chucky just, I don't know, Chucky was always scary. to
I
me.
know,
And
but
the
still
Bride of Chucky,
scary.
I always loved the Bride of Chucky, but I
That
never
was
saw
my
anything
favorite
past
one.
that. I just recently saw a
My
clip. That's what I
favorite
was gonna say
one.
before.
the seed of Chucky's so stupid.
So we'll see.
They
I
just
heard you
get
say
done
that,
with
and
it.
some other people said
does.
that. But I saw the clip on one of the top 5 most horror film like scenes or whatever, and it was him throwing like something up at this mirror while this girl was like chained to this thing, and all the glass just fell on her, and like
That was Bride of
almost
Chucky,
like-
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
saying,
it's Bride
almost
of
like in the
Chucky.
Bride of Chucky when she was on the bed. No, this one she was on like this like
okay.
table like strapped down or whatever, it was like this
I
Chinese
got
chick,
you.
and he like throws this thing up, and all this glass came
was-
down and
which
killed
was-
her.
They
And
did the
they
same
said-
exact thing in Bride of Chucky.
Basically, yeah. But I saw
not
this clip and
basically.
I was gonna say, I was like, oh shit, I want to see that movie. But then Joe told me it sucked, so I was like, oh, all right, never mind. I got plenty of
What
other
movie
shit
are
on
you
my
talking
list that I
about?
need to watch. What was it, Cult of Chucky or Seed of Chucky? Whatever.
Seed of
Oh,
Chucky
so
and
they're
the
just
Cold of
repeating
Chucky. Those are like
shit.
the
Okay.
two.
Yeah, so I think it was the Cult of Chucky was the one where I saw the clip from.
All right. So all right. Next question is Michael Myers or Scream?
Michael Myers.
See, I love Michael
Okay.
Myers.
He'll
as a
love
fuck
him
killer.
Scream up.
See,
That
we
shit-
went
Are we
opposites every one, Joe.
Are we talking about like them
Yeah,
versus
wait.
each other, or just like my opinion?
I
of
mean,
what
I was
think
just thinking
Scream?
about your opinion, but the
Like
only
better
reason
movie, better.
I mean, I would
thriller,
still
or,
take
like,
Michael Myers, but Michael
It's
Myers
all
would
10
fuck
10 out of
Scream
10.
up. Bro.
Yeah, if you're talking about who's gonna win, yeah, Michael Myers. But like better movie,
I don't even think
Yeah,
Michael
it's funny,
Myers
'cause I don't
dies,
know, I
bro.
seen
So
it
good
on
luck.
earlier, but like, I don't know.
I
Scream was
love
great.
Scream, but I'm gonna
Scream was a
have to
bunch
go
of
with Michael
teenagers.
Myers.
Yeah,
on
it's
this
because
one.
Scream was a bunch of teenagers in a.
It was
freaking-
relevant.
It was
yeah.
high school teenagers in a costume.
So
though. Yeah,
relevant.
they would never stand a chance against any Michael Myers.
All right, ready? Fucking.
Michael Myers should have been with Freddy and Jason. They should be in that, like,
All right. Are you guys familiar with Candyman?
Yes,
Candyman or Leatherface?
Leatherface.
All right.
Candyman's a pussy, bro.
I got one.
Hannibal.
How about this? How about
Hannibal.
this?
Go ahead.
Hellraiser or It?
It.
It.
I think Hellraiser looks cooler, but I'm going with it.
Pretty serious. I mean, it is pretty. Don't get me wrong, but Hellraiser
Okay.
is pretty serious, bro.
Yeah, he is pretty fucking badass.
And
The
why did they never
Exorcist
remake that movie? That
or
was one
Carrie.
movie that. Wait, I'm sorry, but that was one movie that they never remade again.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
they
know.
left that alone. That's like one movie that just got forgotten about because that was a great horror movie.
Hellraiser?
Yeah,
Yeah. Don't they make 2 or 3 of them?
I think
I
it
mean,
was
3,
two.
I think.
I don't know.
Couple.
I mean, either way, like I'm saying, that was. a
I'm
great
sure that'll
concept
come
to
up
a
soon.
movie.
I'm
And
sure
yeah,
it'll come up
maybe
soon.
maybe they'll remake it.
Maybe Halloween coming to you 2021.
We should remake a script for that.
Yeah.
You know
Okay,
what's like
so-
one of my all-time favorites? I'm gonna just tell
What's
you right
up?
now. Like as far as horror movies, Carrie, the original.
Bro, I was just gonna ask you, Carrie or The Exorcist, because those
I
both
thought-
fucked me up the same way.
Oh, I don't know.
Exorcist
That's
all day.
that's actually the toughest one you guys. Exorcist is fucking
Okay,
pretty
yeah,
nutty.
Exorcist
creepy,
didn't really
bro.
have powers.
It is creepy.
She was
yeah.
just more
Bro,
exactly
what?
creepy and whatever. She didn't
The
have
Exorcist,
powers.
she was a demon.
Yeah, but she didn't have powers. She didn't do anything except
Oh,
turn her
you're
head
well,
around.
no, I'm
devil.
sorry, but you're
Like,
comparing
Yeah,
her
Carrie
to Carrie.
actually
Okay.
like had like telepathic
Telekinesis.
powers. Yeah, like you know what I mean. So I don't know. I'm gonna take Carrie in that one, but the Exorcist
Alyssa got
was
me
more
into
Carrie,
scary,
man. Oh,
especially
such a
when
good
she had the
movie.
cut
Carrie's
lips
so
and she was
good.
like fully demonized. Like, bro, seeing
friend-
her that scene with the smoke come out of her mouth from the cold room and like the cut lips
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
your mother sucks cocks and carrots in hell. I was fucking, and then she throws up
Cocks
all over
and
herself.
dicks. What do you
Like,
mean?
she says something like cocks and carrots or something like that. She sucks cocks and carrots in hell.
Cocks
That's what
and
she says.
carrots. I don't
That's
think
the
she
line.
says
I'm telling you,
cocks
look it
and
up.
carrots.
That's the line. I'm telling
Look
you,
it up,
look it
bro.
up. She says in The Exorcist, your mother sucks cocks and carrots in hell. That's what she says. I promise.
I'm looking
you.
this up right now because I don't believe you.
Look it up. I promise
Cocks
you.
and
But,
dicks.
so she was more scary in that
Got 'em.
because that was like the epic
It's
scene
so
of her
funny.
too with the smoke breathing. I remember that. But in that scene, that she was more scary than Carrie ever was. But if you're talking about like them, like you know, who was more powerful, Carrie, 100%.
Carrie, definitely. I mean, I don't know. It's hard, bro. The Exorcist
Here it
is
is.
the
Ready?
devil.
Listen, real quick.
That's
This is
the
9
devil.
seconds. This is 9 seconds of Carrie. I'm sorry, The Exorcist. This is what she says.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Your mother
say?
sucks cocks in hell.
Oh, she just says
Yeah,
cocks.
man.
He doesn't say
Just
nothing
says
about carrots,
cocks.
bro.
I
The
could've
fuck-
sworn
Cocks
always
and
in my
carrots. Your
life.
mom sucks cocks and carrots.
Okay, so that's a fucking
fuck
Mandela
says
effect. I'm
cocks?
sorry.
Cocks and carrots.
No, Mandela effect. That was good.
It was a personal one.
Man, cocks and carrots. Yeah, hold on. I
could've
got a good
sworn
idea.
that's what
for-
she said. I
Bro.
swear to God. I'm gonna
And
find
you
a
think-
clip and send it to
And
you
you
later. I
think you're
swear
gonna
to
beat
God.
my sister in Friends trivia? Get
That's
out of
different.
here.
I've watched Friends like friggin' 7,000 times in a row.
Good luck.
I still haven't watched it once.
So what were we just talking? Oh, Exorcist and Carrie. My friend, Sherry.
Carrie?
I'm
You
sorry.
friends with Carrie?
My friend Cherie dressed up as Carrie last Halloween. When I was the Terminator, I went to Randy Ann's house and we had Halloween over there.
Word,
They
right.
always come up with great costumes, them.
Alyssa did Carrie one year. It's fucking
And
awesome.
yeah, she's wearing the gown. She's covered in blood, and it was so dope. It was really good. She did a great job. Good job, Cherie. And I think that was some fun shit. That's why I love horror movies, because I get influenced by those characters, you know? Joe, I don't know if you want to talk about this, but you're pretty big on Halloween
What do I want to talk about?
because you do like the biggest showbiz ever on Halloween. And I don't want people to know who the celebrity is.
I'm the big showbiz when it comes to Halloween.
Joe goes all out on Halloween. His house is usually decorated to the fucking T.
Oh my God, we max out. We're like that crazy Halloween house. That's what we're known around the
I'm not
hood
gonna
here.
lie. I saw pictures last year when you sent us pictures and stuff, and I was like,
Bro.
"Oh shit!" And it's funny because I want to be like,
My dad, this is my dad. He's got a genius mind when it comes to this shit.
My-
I was just
my
brought up on
sister-
Halloween, dude. We've been doing this since I'm like
my
child.
sister loves Halloween, and it's funny because she always does the same thing. But like, I'm not gonna lie. I saw the pictures of your house, and in comparison, it's not. I can't even compare.
Dude,
Oh, you had
Joe.
to see
House
what we
looks
did
amazing.
in
It looks like a
Jersey.
professional like haunted
It is.
house, like for a
Yeah,
house party. Like it's
literally.
insane.
They work on that shit for months. They do it's for charity
Months.
too, right?
2
Shout
months.
that
Yeah,
out,
we
Joe.
do for
Shout that
kids,
out.
for kids with cancer. Yep, that's right. Every year.
That's right.
We do a fundraiser.
That's crazy.
Bro, they hand out king size candy bars. In
Hell
giant
yeah, bro. We
cauldrons.
got cauldrons.
Bro.
3 big cauldrons with king size. King size, bro. Kids can't believe it. They walk up and they're like, "Do I get half?" And we're like, "No, you fool. Take the whole fucking bar."
Do I
It's
get
like,
half? You want me to
bro.
open this?
Yo, no joke.
People are like, "What?
And he would do, what is it? Monsters Come Alive or
Oh
something?
yeah,
like
monsters come alive for like 3 hours. My dad buys
Bro.
like these. They're like
Costumes.
$500 costumes or $1,000 costumes with like the big arm pieces, the gowns, the head. Like, but the headpiece you put on, it's got like a thing inside that sits on you, and it's like fucking 2 feet
that?
big.
He's like giant monsters and stuff.
Oh, bro,
He's like got wings.
everything.
Oh.
Clowns. fucking devils, everything.
Jason, Michael Myers.
Jason. Oh
he's
yeah,
got
we
them
all dress up in all the
crazy.
fucking all the
That's
horror
dope.
movie like people, and
I
yeah,
would
it's
go
crazy.
around scaring
Oh.
all the kids. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'd
we have
freak them
fun, man.
out. It was I made a bunch
We
of
just walk around the property scaring the shit out of
them
people.
up.
That's awesome, man.
I'll just be dressed up like Michael
It's a lot of
Myers,
fun.
standing on the corner, staring at them, and just like slowly walking and following them wherever they go. Just staring, not saying
Yeah.
nothing.
Bro, you gotta let me come next time just to get a couple videos so I can post it on TikTok.
Videos, forget it. You gotta come hang out, man.
No, that's dope. Yeah, absolutely. That sounds
We go
amazing.
big. Halloween's been a big thing in my family for years.
Huge.
No, that's awesome.
Huge. What
so-
question did you want to ask, Danny?
That's a good fucking question. I was actually gonna ask you before. I forgot what it was.
You think about it, get back to me, pal.
I'll let you know.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Monster?
Yes,
Yes.
I have.
Yes.
So
There
that
we
was
go.
one that
back
was
on,
like
back on page.
as I got a little older, because that was more like when I was in my teens and stuff. That movie coming out, and I know it wasn't something like realistic for me, like picking up a prostitute or something on the side of the road or like something like that.
yeah, I'd never do that.
No, that wasn't normal for you.
No, I'm saying like especially like you saw like her circumstances of like you know what I mean.
Just going through life and shit. Yeah, and
Just like
Getting
you know what I
raped
mean?
and-
Like she was in well not even that no but I'm saying like she was in like a real bad neighborhood and like she was like a corner hooker of like you know what I mean, like not saying any of us would ever be in any situation like that, or at least I hope, but anyway, I that was for me was just a very fucked up movie because exactly
Yeah.
like she gets raped and then like that's what turned her into the serial killer, like you know what I mean. So it was something that happened to her that made her
who she is, or
exactly
who she's become. Right.
she
It's
was
the
never
rage
that
and all
person
that shit.
beforehand. She was, you know, even though she had a bad lifestyle and whatever, she was just working or doing her style of life. But now all of a sudden, this crazy event happened to her in her job, and now she turned her job into
Her
something-
job.
Well, it
Did you
was
get a
her job.
401k?
Well,
I know what
you
you
know what I
mean.
mean. It was how she got paid and made her living. Like, so it was her job. But like, yeah. So and then now that was how she started killing people, getting really in deep and all this stuff. And she had a girlfriend the whole time and whatever. But that movie just showed you how like mentally a serial
Fucked
killer
up
could
people can
form.
get.
Yeah, how a serial
True.
killer could form from something just happening to them in their life. You know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of movies that, even though there's a lot of fictional characters, it's great to show a killer's side, almost a killer's point of view, in the sense of like you said, like Joaquin Phoenix and the Joker and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It shows their
Dude, that
pain
shit-
and their side.
Yeah, and it,
to an
how it
extent
gets to
of-
it.
Because don't get me wrong, FBI agents didn't even talk about like profiling until, you know, Ted Bundy came out and like this and that, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
and gave them stuff. And you know how we were talking about earlier off air. But so that's like a thing that to me helped develop, you know, and that's why horror movies like that like became more developed and stuff, because you started to understand the psychological side. And now that became more dramatic scenes for movies for them to be like,
Right.
yo, we can make up fictional scenes about this based on stuff that's like you can get their perspective
Real
and almost
shit.
maybe feel bad for stuff. And then you saw all these documentaries come out about all these like real
Right.
things, and you know what I mean? It opened up a big decade for horror and thrillers, I feel like.
That's true. That's
'Cause
true.
like
And
Joe said,
something
there's a
similar
lot of
to
Netflix
that.
series and stuff that are out right now, and you know what I mean? There's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff. Horror and thrillers have definitely come back in the last few years. Definitely.
Absolutely.
There's been a lot of them that have come out.
So a good horror thriller or suspense, whatever you want to call it, serial killer, I think is pretty interesting. It was Saw. I think that was one of the first that really made that connection of like, holy shit. And then it gets deeper from that. But yeah, they have like the Dahmer shit that goes on the Netflix episodes. I'm sorry, not shows. The what is it?
Wait,
My
go
Friend Dahmer, the one with Zach Efron.
Zac Efron,
What's up?
yeah, he played him.
I would say go back to Saw though for a second, because Saw was great for how many did they make?
A
9?
bunch,
I think they
like,
made-
yeah, a bunch.
They made a lot of them. There was a
I think
lot.
they made
and
6
that
or
was
7.
that was something that continued on and had a lot of fans.
Right. That was a cult classic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, there you go. That's called cult classic.
So speaking of some shit, we're gonna jump on this. Frank, I don't know how much you've seen about it, but speaking of cult classics, I think something was probably one of the best ideas to do on a Netflix series. I'm sorry, FX, was American Horror Story.
Oh yeah.
Let's get into this for a second.
Oh, let me tell you. That's what I'm
All
saying.
right.
These TV shows, bro,
Oh,
they come out with
love
some
American
good
Horror
horror
Story.
shows.
Let's get into this for a second.
Are we going
Murder
season 1,
House
2?
was my favorite fucking
See,
season.
I
Murder House
actually
is
did
just
not
genius.
watch American Horror Story until the Coven season, and then because Karen and my sister both watched it, and when the Coven season came out, I got really
Great.
sucked in, and I was like, because I love Stevie Nicks, and I got sucked in, and then I watched the whole season. I was like, okay, this show's good, and then I went back and watched the first 2, and don't
The
get me wrong,
first-
Murder House was great, but Coven was still my favorite to this day.
Coven, yeah.
Coven was really good.
So
Well, that
good.
brings
Probably
up
one of
like
my
voodoo
faves
and shit.
also, man.
I like that a lot. That brings up voodoo and witches and shit like that. We should fucking have a whole talk about that. Let's do that.
Oh,
sometime.
I could talk about voodoo and witches and all that
Hell
stuff.
yeah.
All that.
So can I.
What's it called? New Orleans and all that stuff that's down there.
Now
Salem.
it's-
Oh, so great. I could say, yeah, the witch trials and all
We
that.
should get into that sometime. But so I liked Murder House, and I really feel like with Cult and Roanoke, those two are more recent ones that I really enjoyed because again, that shit could happen. It's just scary shit that goes
Yeah,
on.
the cult one was
in
really good. I
day-to-day
wasn't
life.
into it at first.
That's about like brainwashing and shit. We'll get into that. There's a whole nother conspiracy theory I want to talk to you guys about. MK Ultra and shit. It'll fuck you up.
How
But
the coronavirus was to put mind control stuff in your head.
y'all fucking wait. I'm not mind control shit. Just it's gonna fuck with your energies. I'm telling you.
God.
okay,
Go ahead,
Dan.
man.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
I would
I'm
say
sorry.
let
Can
me
we
know when
pause
that
and say that real
happens.
quick? He
I
said
would
to
say
me
let
that
me know when that
Theorist
happens, but
until
you'll
you
be-
find out that I'm right.
we gotta
And then-
pause and say that because he said to me that if you got a coronavirus test, they were sticking a little chip on the Q-tip in your fucking nose. Like what?
Okay, dude. Please.
Bro, Danny,
I
even
hope
if
I'm
it
wrong.
was
I hope
even
I'm
if
wrong.
it was a speck of pepper, somebody would have seen that shit on the tip of a Q-tip and been like, "The fuck is that? That's a dirty Q-tip. Don't put that one in my nose."
Oh
Like,
yeah, you fucking looked when you got tested,
I'm just
every
saying, you
single
don't think
time?
one out of the billions and trillions of people that got tested,
bro. It's called a microchip for a reason.
bro, you would notice a speck of pepper.
Nah,
would
you
notice a fucking microchip on the end of a Q-tip, a white
Okay,
Q-tip.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
So wrong, bro.
You're right.
I just
You're right.
can't.
No,
It's
you guys are right. You're right. You're right. You would notice that.
We've
You
all
totally
been
would.
microchipped.
Somebody would be like, "No way."
Oh wait,
don't do
hold on.
that."
I'm getting turned on. Hold on.
Did you ever think that the people that
You guys
didn't
make me
get
fucking
the
sick.
vi-
like, you don't
Did you ever
even
think
give
that
it
the
a
people
sh-
that didn't get the shot are microchipped?
How would we be
No,
microchipped if we
actually,
didn't get
the
the shot?
TikTok trend has been, and it's crazy. I'm not
Maybe
gonna lie,
when you
'cause
did your physical
been
for
like
your
proven
job.
on like certain things, but there's people that they got the shot and they could put a magnet on their arm now, and like no joke, they'll like move it around and it falls, and then they get where the shot was and it just sticks and they leave it. It's a TikTok trend, no joke. Look it up. A lot of people that got the
Fucking
vaccination.
Stupid
it's-
TikTok trend, bro.
I'm just saying that is a little weird and coincidental. If you got the shot, that they like all of a sudden
Fucking
like that.
coincidental, you're gonna say? You're gonna
I'm
say
just saying.
coincidental? Go ahead. Keep going. I'm,
just
sorry.
saying.
I got excited.
Okay,
for a
I'm not
second.
saying the vaccination didn't mean it's something that couldn't be like whatever, like what you're saying. But on the test, on a white Q-tip, you wouldn't see that. I mean, you
You're
wouldn't
right.
see
You're
that.
right.
Like,
You wouldn't see it. Bro, you're right. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that means Danny doesn't think you're fucking right at all.
I
That's
know, because he believes
crazy.
in everything.
Yo, how could you
Except for the
even
one
think
thing
that's
we mentioned
real?
before that I forgot.
Putting your soul into a fucking doll?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Danny, I heard that when you get in your car and if you don't turn the music on within the first 2 minutes, that your day is not going to be a good day.
You know what? I've told you that before. I need music wherever I go. You know this.
Bro, I'm
I
playing
take
Dave
music
Matthews Sledgehammer in the background right now.
Everywhere. That's it. That's like saying I have a real shitty day. Let me not eat ice cream about it. The fuck is wrong with you?
Let me not eat ice cream.
Yo, but speaking of which, I mean, to get back into topic, a good horror movie that I found was pretty fucked up was 28 Days Later, when you turn into a zombie. Or what was the other one? Contagion. That was exactly what's going on out here. But like movies like that, that's kind of thriller, that's kind of horror. That shit fucking gets you going because it's scary. And I think those are more horrific than actual like
What's the
pop-up
one
shit.
with Will Smith. I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
Would that be considered a thriller or horror then? No,
I would
right? That was more of a
consider that-
drama, no?
But it's a zombie movie. That's considered horror. Zombies are horror.
All right, I guess.
Okay, thanks for your input, Joe.
What's up?
All
What's
right,
up?
I guess. All right. So what's up?
But then you get some pretty cool zombie movies out of it. I'm telling you, man. Look, let's just say I'm right and you guys are wrong. Hypothetically speaking, that's gonna be some crazy futuristic shit that nobody really thought about. Or maybe we were warned and just
I
nobody
could
paid
see the
attention to it.
vaccination turning people into zombies in the sense of because, like, exactly the Will Smith movie was a vaccination
Trying
or
to find a
whatever.
cure for some
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. And then it mentally fucked people up, and like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like zombies to where they're dead.
No,
They could just
but
be mentally fucked and like, you know, whatever, and like
Or,
almost
like,
in like a 28
not
days later sense where
conscious.
they were like
Right.
jumping around and whatever, like normal people. But
bro, if
You know what I
zombies
mean?
can run, we're fucked. If they
I'm
can
just saying,
walk, I'd be alright. I got a sword or two. I'm good.
but no, honestly,
Why would
it's-
we
it's
be
true.
fucked if they can run?
You're gonna.
I mean,
bro,
if there's
first
like
of all,
100
you
people
barely have
running
toes.
at
You're
you,
not
you don't
running
really
from
have
anybody.
Bro, just
okay?
go stand on the roof of a building, dude.
If
They're not
they could
climbing
run, they could
steps and coming
climb.
through doors.
Yeah,
You know what?
he means if they're agile, not just if they run. If they're agile, like if they're a regular human that their brain just got fried, but they still have regular human capabilities physically, you would be fucked.
They're
If
done.
50 of them were coming at you by
Four
yourself,
of
or
them.
even just the
Four
three
of
of us.
them.
You know what I mean? Like,
If they're agile, we're talking about zombies, bro. If zombies
Bro,
were
this is
agile,
but that's the
what
thing. I'm not
saying.
talking about zombies in the sense of like dead. I'm saying like, what if a zombie is in this sense someone that got a vaccination and then just went totally mentally crazy and like just psycho killer killing spree, like had nothing but pure rage and like animal instinct of like killing. You know what I mean? So
Oh
what
my
if
God.
mentally some people just automatically just went like that?
Something
That would be a
clicks,
little.
and they're not dead. They're still.
So there's a
active as they
move. There's a
are.
movie like that. Hold on, pause. Keep
Really?
going. Yes, I'm gonna
so
tell you.
if
Give
I'm
me-
saying that to me would be crazy because that would be the most
Oh, that would be
scariest
crazy?
situation. If all of a sudden the vaccination, people's minds just start going
vaccination?
crazy. The people's minds just started going crazy, and that all of a sudden raw animal just instinct just starts kicking in, and like everybody just has a sense for killing or whatever. You don't, because then at that point they don't look like zombies. You don't know who's what, so you don't know who to defend yourself against.
No,
number
I'm
one.
sure that you'll see blood on someone's
Or a
face from them
difference or
biting
whatever.
people
Yeah,
and shit.
or a difference if but not if it's something that where it just kicked in. Like, what if you're in a house with people that got vaccinated and you're the only one that didn't get vaccinated, but your family did, and it all of a sudden kicks in like overnight, like basically like
For the
Walking
people
Dead,
who
right?
got vaccinated,
Like Walking Dead, they
Walking
didn't know
Dead.
someone was scratched or something like that, and then they
Right.
turn as they're in the camp with them. Or something. What if it's something like that? You're in your house, and now this person is all of a sudden coming fucking at you like a fucking animal, and you don't want to kill them because you love them and you're in the right state of mind, bro. That's a fucking crazy scenario. Like,
Yeah, how you gonna survive?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie though. I always said like if it came down to like that in life, like just like coming back to like cavemen type, like who's
Primitive.
who's like the strength survivor, whatever the weak don't. I honestly think that I would like last in that life for a while. Like I really feel like I would be okay.
Well, good. I hope you have that same confidence August 15th when I kick the shit out of you in the boxing ring.
I will promise to say that to you when I'm standing over you.
So wait, okay. Look up the Belko experiment. You gotta see this movie.
The
Did you ever
Belko.
hear of it? Yes. So it's about a group of people that
spell it.
work BELKO experiment. Bro, they work for this company, and when you get hired for the company, they give you a shot. It's like something that you have to sign paperwork for, and you got to agree to do it, whatever.
Oh, this is where the building gets locked down?
Yeah.
Bro, that movie was crazy.
Crazy, Francie. Yes.
Oh, that's what I'm talking
Crazy.
about though. That in real life,
That,
bro,
yes.
I would
Bro, that movie blows my mind because it's like kind of like that shit could actually happen.
but
I
that's
see-
what Danny's saying with the vaccination.
I know, but that's not gonna actually.
I don't think it would actually
You
happen, but
literally-
I'm saying
you literally
if it
just
did,
said that.
Bro,
Oh
just
my
watch the
God.
movie, Danny. You.
he's gone. We lost Danny. That's it.
See you,
No, but honestly, it's true.
bro. That
Not a
movie is
joke.
wild.
If you think that that's crazy, imagine though. Like I said, I'm not saying it's gonna happen exactly like next month. That it's
I'm fucking done.
But imagine if, like he said, if it did happen and all of a sudden like it clicked like next month,
It would probably look like that movie
Couldn't
if
it
that's
be
what happened.
fucking insane. That would be
Danny,
fucking-
you got to watch this movie because if your theory
Yeah, Danny, you
is
never seen this
actually
movie?
true, this is what it would look like. Like actually.
Have you never seen this movie
Can this
before?
can this movie happen though? Like, is this one of those things?
Yes,
So it's
absolutely.
literally
okay.
like
Okay,
But
yeah.
my fucking theory can't. I'm
No,
done.
well, this
I'm
is
over it.
just
Danny, these
just
rich
watch it.
people like get like 100 people and put them in this building and lock
Yeah.
it down and lock them in there and give them this and let them loose on each other. That's like
right.
what-
Literally let them loose on each other. And if anybody doesn't follow directions, they can hit a button because now there's a microchip implanted in their neck from when they got the shot in the
boom,
beginning,
C4.
and their fucking whole head explodes. It's sick, bro.
Crazy.
Gotta
Yeah.
watch it.
When
It's
they all
crazy.
come in and like they go under or whatever, they put this like
Yeah.
little thing inside.
And
the
bro,
back of their
and
head.
it's kind of like a
It'll blow up.
thriller because you're like, holy shit, is this person a good person or is this person a bad person? And dude, people start dying and you got to figure out who killed them. It's crazy.
No,
People
absolutely.
start going crazy and killing each other, man.
Yo, so
Check that out.
they came out, or no, they're coming out with a second one also.
Are they really?
Yep.
Bro, I've never, it was so random. Is one of my friends I hang out with, man. I talk to him a lot about this shit. He's big on horror films. He was like, dude, we should watch the Belko Experience. I'm like, what the fuck is the Belko? I've never heard of it. Big actors in it too, like pretty big time actors. Never heard of this shit, bro. I watched it. Crazy.
Get the
Crazy, bro. And nobody I talk to knows about this movie.
Yo, so
I feel like I've heard it. It came out in what, 2016 or something like that?
Yeah, kind of.
17.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
am
I remember
looking
hearing
at this
something
thing now that says the Belko experiment was happening in the real world. It was basically based on a true story.
What?
Well,
See,
it
that's
was
pretty
apparently 50 to 80 employees that were in a Wisconsin-based technology company. Get the fuck out of here. They were willing to let their employer inject a robot in them. Granted, it's in their hand, not in the back of their skull, like in Belko, but it was pretty much the same thing.
I mean, dude, how is this not a bigger thing than it actually is? It's pretty insane, honestly.
That's nuts. That's crazy. And it was in Wisconsin. Like, that's just what?
And Danny, the graphics of this movie, it's not too extra. Like, it's fucking realistic, bro. It's crazy. You just gotta watch. Please watch this movie.
Yeah, that's
Forget about Prometheus. And go watch that.
Like you
Yeah,
said,
you'll
wanting to
text me
see
and be
something
like,
that could
"How do
really
you
happen.
fucking like this movie?" And you don't believe me. That's 100% what you're gonna do.
All right. Where can I watch it?
I don't even know, to be honest with you. I forget how.
You have the DVD?
After the episode, I'll
fucking
look it up
look
and
it
see
up,
where you
bro.
can watch
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the internet at your fingertips right now.
Between
You can't
Netflix,
figure it out.
Hulu, HBO Max, all the stuff you have, I'm sure that there's something you can watch it on. If not,
I
you
think
can look it on
I
Prime
actually got it
Video.
on
No,
Amazon
you can't.
Prime.
I'm looking at it right
Yeah.
now. It's
You
saying
can get Amazon Prime Video, 100%,
okay, Amazon Prime Video, $4. I'll watch it. I'll add it to my list.
100%. $4, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty okay. I'll get on that.
Great, dude.
We're
So I mean, I guess how's that for?
So
I mean, I feel like we covered a lot of horror and thriller movies.
you know what, like my favorite type of like horror film is though, is like
well, you
any-
know, in every horror film, you're gonna see tits.
no, the serial killer ones, like where they kill a lot of fucking people. And there's a couple of serial killer television shows that I'm like really into. Dexter being one of them, because I mean, like, dude, greatest show in the world. What?
We should talk about serial killers.
We're gonna talk about serial killers. Oh
He
my!
can't help it. He has to say it.
Yeah, he had to say it.
That's too funny.
You guys got any good serial killer movies off the top of your head?
Son of Sam, I think, is probably
Ah.
my favorite.
See, but a lot of the serial killer movies that like I know are not real serial killers. Like they're all fictional serial killers that I
Right, but what's
bring
your
up with-
favorite one, man? There's so many. If you think about it, all the horror movies, all the killing that go on, some of them would be considered serial killers.
Well, that's what I said. The Bates Motel, Psycho.
Oh yeah, true. Norman
Well,
Bates.
what makes a serial killer, and then just like is
Well-
everybody a serial killer?
A serial killer
Oh.
technically is someone that's killed three or more than three people. So like once they've killed three and go to kill another, or they've committed their third or whatever it is.
After 3 murders, you're considered a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
3 murders in a lifetime is a series of murders.
True.
That's what they consider it.
What if it's just 2 people, and then what is it called? Is it a duet?
Dude, like,
killing?
think about it. Like,
You just had 2. It's not a series. 3 isn't a series. 2 would be
Right.
a sequel. Or like, you know what I mean? It would be like So it's not a series. Three is a series is 3 or more. That's the definition.
True.
Okay,
That's
so
another
now
good
here's a
point.
question.
Hey,
What
look at
if
that smarty pants fucking Frank?
I got you, bro. I shut Danny down just like August 15th, bro. Ah!
let me see those things again. Let me see those
Bro,
things again.
I'm telling you, go back a couple
Oh.
episodes. I'm telling you, I'm getting in shape. I'm ready for you, bro.
Could that be the poster for our episode? This
Like just,
there you go.
Special.
Boom, Danny. There it is,
Frank.
Danny.
I'm nervous. I should
Throw
probably
some.
I
throw
should
some
probably
fucking
start training.
cameras in the background.
I should probably start training. Yeah, a couple cameras. We're gonna be starting autographs.
I still haven't stopped.
Thanks
smoking.
for not making this a flex fest, Danny, because I thought you were gonna bust out the
Yeah, I
guns.
really thought he
Nah,
was gonna
nah,
take
nah.
off his tank top after that. I
Yeah,
swear to
bro.
God.
Stay humble. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
I
Come
will.
on,
Don't
son.
worry.
Where you at? Where you at?
Bro, he waited for the perfect opportunity to say that.
You fucking know it.
He was
Actually, it just came
waiting.
to me. Just came to me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Another
Oh,
really good
Frank,
one that I want to talk about, which can lead into something, is the movie American Psycho.
That's what I was.
That was the
gonna
newer
say.
one, right? The remake.
No, the original with Christian
Really?
Bale. You fool,
Okay. I'm sorry. No, I was thinking of a different
bro. Like how, like
Psycho because they remade. Oh no, that was the series you were talking about earlier.
so
yeah.
perfect that movie, bro. The way they filmed it,
So
honestly
it's
didn't
like
see that
kind of
one.
relatable. Like you could see somebody like that just fucking losing his mind.
fucked up, man. Fucked up.
Especially, I feel like as you turn into an adult,
Hell
like, as you
yeah.
get older as an adult,
Pressure.
you get more anxiety, more pressure, more stress, more all that stuff that like comes with like just getting older, having a family, having kids, having a job, having all the
Whose
different
business
things, whatever.
card is better than yours?
But like all the different things that come within life that like just stress you out and just whatever, that's what brings on a lot of things where people turn to certain things. That's why, like I said earlier, like certain movies like that, you feel where they're coming from because again, like there's times where everybody thinks about doing something. Like, don't tell me you ever didn't think about robbing a bank when you didn't have money, or like
I'm
you know
still
what I mean?
thinking about robbing a bank.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
Me and Danny were just trying to figure something out last week.
so like, but you know what I mean? So to me, exactly that. Like, it's just it just kind of goes in. Like same thing. Like I appreciated villains as I got older. Like as I was younger, I
Yeah,
always appreciated the
they're not always
superheroes.
the
Now
bad
as I
guy.
got older, I was like,
You can relate more.
Thanos, I get you, bro. I get you. Like that's just how it is. Because when you're
Another
younger,
really-
you're not worried about all that stuff.
No,
you
you're
don't think
right.
about the negative side of things or whatever. I want to go back to that. I'm sorry, God, I didn't mean if I did.
No, it's okay. If you want to go back to it, just find yourself a black hole and jump in.
Okay.
Just think there's real those are
Oh my God.
fictional serial killer characters. Like there's people that really just kill and murder everybody.
In real
Don't
life?
give a shit.
In like real life?
Let me ask you this though, and not as a serial killer like that, but do you think you could kill someone? Like you think you can kill another human being?
Nah, I don't think I can. It doesn't
Really?
mean I wouldn't, given the situation. If
I
I'm
could.
feeling threatened,
I'm gonna plead the
I can
fifth on
without
this
a
just in case
doubt.
these tapes get recorded.
I'm not
for-
even. I don't care. I could 100%.
Yeah?
Obviously, I'm saying like if it was something like like put it this way. I've thought about this too, like because I get nervous. Like I watch Dateline all the time, stuff like that. If I'm in a store and like some fucking crazy like sex trafficker or like whatever goes to like pick up Mia and like fucking run to the car and I fucking catch him, I'm fucking beating his face into the curb until he's dead.
right,
Like,
but that's a
problem.
given situation.
But I'm
where you
saying
would
no
wanna go
problem,
kill
hands
somebody.
down. Like an animal, I would just fucking. I just no questions asked. So I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like that's what I'm saying though. Like, could you? Because there's some people that think that they couldn't kill a human being, like that they just couldn't do that. You know what I mean?
When it comes to it, you have a flight and
Yeah.
and fight response system
Exactly.
that's
So
automatic.
some people
It's
would want to
automatic.
run, and some people would want to fight.
Whatever your natural response is, you can't control it. It's just gonna happen.
I'm just saying, like I just know I just know that I would.
Of
in certain
course, man, of
situations, I
course.
just feel like I would
Dude,
never run.
Tell
Are
you,
you
man,
kidding
if
me?
another
There's
dog
situations-
barks at my dog walking down the street, man, I'm gonna fucking kill that damn
Not
dog,
even like
bro.
if someone's dog like starts growling at me as I'm walking past it down the sidewalk and goes to bite my leg, I'm gonna kick that fucking thing right in his face, no hesitation. Like I don't know, that's just like me. Like I don't know, like
Yo, someone call PETA on this motherfucker.
bro, if you're walking down the street and a Rottweiler or a pit bull, and don't get me wrong, I have a pit. I'm not against like anything like that. I don't think dogs are vicious or something like that. But there's just certain obviously animals that have whatever.
Portray more of a vicious.
Yeah, like he could be in a bad home and his owner's just walking him, whatever. But I'm just saying, you could be walking down the street and a Rottweiler or a pit bull or something like that all of a sudden goes to bite your calf. You're telling me you're not gonna punch him right in the fucking nose? You're gonna just lay down and cry?
Dude.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, okay.
No, of course not. But I
I'm
mean, like,
poking
I'm
that
not
thing
gonna...
in his eye and punting his face. Like
That's
as hard
totally
as I
different
can.
than killing a person, bro. Why are you
No,
gonna
well,
beat
I'm
up
just
dogs?
saying we were
What's
talking
the
about
matter
fight.
with you?
If I
I'm just saying
killed
we
a
were talking
What
about
is
person,
fight or
wrong with you,
flight.
Frank?
if I killed a person, I think I would just go for the serial killer
Approach.
thing.
Yeah.
Once
would
you do
probably-
one, I mean, like, what are you gonna do after that? Not and just hide? I would just go.
See, I've always had this crazy theory about serial killers.
I'm
though.
fucking killing it.
I wanted to save this like for the
I'm gonna
next
cry
episode.
and then go and just.
This
kill
is just
it.
gonna be one.
No, but I wanted to save it for the next one, but like I just kind of, since we're talking about it now and getting into it and like to lead it into that, you know, if you really wanted to be a serial killer, like just like let's say you were someone that just turned around and said, I just want to be a serial killer, like just whatever. I just feel like
That's
a
a
Dexter.
mental illness.
No, but I'm saying like a Dexter, like you realized it, analyzed it, self noticed it, or was aware, whatever, and like just wanted to like do it anyway. If you like in New York in specific, there's so many different precincts that don't contact each other, like this and that. Like if you really went to like Staten Island one week, Brooklyn another week, Queens another week, Manhattan another week, Bronx another week, and killed one person randomly, not someone you chose, whatever. Like it could be some random shit in a park where
Well,
you
you would
planted
choose
something.
a random person.
Yeah, just choose a random person, plant something in a park, let them watch them die and ingest it or on accident or whatever, and then walk away and nothing, like, you know, whatever. If you wanted to do that to 5 random people in 5 random boroughs, honestly, the odds of you getting caught, really not that great. None of those precincts like contact each other. If all 5 murders were different and it wasn't done the exact same way, there's no way to really link them for them to say like, oh, it could be the same person, this and that. The people
Okay,
are random.
so
They're
let me
not
just
the same
answer your
type of person
question.
for a
Let me just answer your
profiler.
question.
Like it's
Are they
just,
drinking a poison and dying? Is that what's going on?
it could be anything. Like one
No,
person
this
could,
is a very
one
serious
person
question.
could be sitting on a bench that you brushed the poison on. Another person could
But
be in a
it's
bar
poison.
that you put something in their drink. Another person, it could be 5 different
Oh, so
types
you're
of
just saying
poison, or it
5
could be like,
random.
that's what I'm saying. It could be 5
So you shoot
different types of
somebody, you stab
killings of
somebody,
5
you
different
hang
types of
somebody, you
people.
run somebody over.
That's what I'm saying. It could be 5 different killings, 5 different types of people in 5 different areas. How are they really gonna connect that?
I'm gonna say,
I don't know,
listen,
Frank, why
man,
don't
that
you try
sounds
and
familiar
find
to
out?
an episode we recorded one night.
I
Skid
just-
Frank.
I don't know. Like I said, I just feel like I've always had that theory as a serial killer. Like, could you really catch someone like that? If they were just mentally like, nah, I just want to kill someone and like didn't care. Like, that's how we get some of these serial killers that get up to like 50 kills before they get caught. You know what I mean?
They must think
Like,
it's like a
switching
video
it up,
game or
you're
something,
saying?
No.
Mm-hmm.
How do you
Yeah, a
think
lot of
somebody
serial
goes
killers
about
switched it up for so long. Some of them were back in the day where they didn't have as good technology, but more serial killers nowadays and stuff. Like, think about the guy that was in Long Island that was killing all those prostitutes and dumping them down the beach and stuff in all different
I
areas.
told you that was a
Nah.
2-time thing, not to bring it up anymore.
No, but it was like 9 girls or something before he got caught. There was a documentary on him too. And he was dumping them in like different areas of the beach and this and that and like whatever. The only reason they caught him was because he was killing the same type of girl and they could profile him and like this and that. But what if he didn't do that? What if he was someone that was like, felt like killing a blonde hooker one week, but then wanted to kill like a stepmom that was picking him up at a bar, or I mean, a cougar that was picking him up at a bar or something like that. And you know what I mean? Like, and he changed it up
Cougar.
and did different things. How would they really know? How would they catch him? It'd be harder. It's crazy.
That's true.
It's something
I
definitely
mean,
to think about.
It's pretty intense. Like, for instance, the fucking process to get caught as a serial killer is pretty intense. I mean, like you said, they link shit together based on like either handwritings or if it's a note written. All right, so for instance, I'm trying to base this off of Zodiac. You know,
Oh, okay. That was a good movie, The Zodiac Killer.
so maybe we should. You know what? Let's get into that, but let's put a pause on this one now because I like where we were going.
We're getting
I
more
like
into
where
the
we were
serial
going
killers
with,
now.
With horror and thrillers. That was fun.
We
I
got a
enjoyed
whole
both of
lot
these.
to
That was
talk
good shit.
about.
I feel like
Yeah,
we definitely
serial
covered all the
killer,
main
man.
big movies too.
We'll get into that.
Everything.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because there's shit I want to talk about with Zodiac and some other stuff that's going to lead into it. Some of the same. Let's talk about serial killers another time, guys.
You mean next time?
Next time, this time,
Yeah,
half
we're
the
doing
time.
it next
What
time.
is time?
This is the topic right now.
That's it.
All right. So thank you everyone for all
yes.
the support. Illuminati went nuts. We appreciate everybody.
Check that out, guys. We have
No, yeah, honestly, compared to our normal views, Illuminati was like double in the first week. So that's amazing. We appreciate all you guys. Please
Thank
subscribe.
you for the likes, the shares, the follows, the
Please
comments.
subscribe and follow so you know when our next episodes come out. We are sorry that the last episode came out a day late too. We had some technical difficulties, but we will make sure that we
feel
get
like it
on
went
top of that
pretty
for the
well.
future. I know I said that really weird. But all right, yeah, I guess that's it. Specialist and nothing out.
Have a good night, everyone.
See ya.